subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest updates. Cyclone Amphan is making landfall right now on Sagar Island in West Bengal. It's currently a Category 2 at 21.7 degrees north, 88.1 degrees east, with winds of around 105 miles per hour sustained, that's 170 kilometers per hour, and the pressure of 958 millibars. It's moving towards the north-northeast at 19 miles per hour and is still a CDPS Stage 5, which is potentially devastating. So those conditions occurring on that small island right now, which is a part of West Bengal, just a few miles, about 50 miles west of the border with Bangladesh, expecting large amounts of rainfall, which could reach around 300 millimeters in total. And there is its current position depicted on the map right now. This is as of 3:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, this May 20th. Landfall will be confirmed very shortly by the Indian Meteorological Department, I would imagine. 64 miles from Kolkata, 126 from Jashore, 210 from Dhaka and 242 from Chittagong. Some tropical storm warnings have been changed because they've been scaled back a little bit. Now only beginning or ending at Paradip. 105 mile an hour sustained winds has force 13 at the higher end of the estimates right now. IMD around the same, JTWC down to 100, SATID readings in the upper 90s. And there is the latest forecast cone from Force 13 showing you the extent of tropical storm in yellow and the hurricane force winds in sort of the brown colour, and that shows a graphical depiction of just how extensive this cyclone is. Expected to weaken quickly though when it moves inland. There's already evidence of that starting to begin, and we expect in just 12 hours time that this will be a weak to moderate tropical storm, so the winds will definitely die down real quick, but the rainfall probably won't. These graphics are from our last update, my last update 12 hours ago. Not much has changed since then, that's why we've not updated them. Basically, the storm moving inland, losing a lot of energy as it does so, and if it was to continue as far as the Himalayas, those enormous mountains would completely stop anything left of this storm in its tracks. Incidentally, I don't think it'll even get that far. It will probably dissipate in the next 36 hours in central Bangladesh. So this storm is on its way out very quickly, but at the moment the threat still remains very grave indeed. Here are the current sea surface temperatures. Well, what they were 12 hours ago, they'll still be very similar now, in the 80s in Fahrenheit. That's around 29-30 degrees Celsius. And that was what the GFS depicted last night. It's still pretty much saying the same thing. Landfall right now, weakening really quickly, and then barely anything left of it in about 2 days' time. So that's pretty self-explanatory on the models there, just that the impact is happening right now in India, in West Bengal and in western Bangladesh. There's the models, again straightforward, massive weakening there, all gone in 48 hours. Wind shear is moderate to high and would have got higher if the storm had kept going over water. And sea surface temperatures were still looking good, of course. Relative humidity is still around average. There you can see the track forecasts, pretty much, I mean, beyond that 1 day period, there's not even any point looking at that extended model track because the storm will be so weak by then, you'll barely even notice it. So you can just about make out the eye on the latest satellite imagery, which is slightly behind the radar imagery. We've been looking at the Indian radar from Kolkata, which is suggesting that landfall is occurring right now on the island of Sagar in West Bengal. But still pretty close on this satellite imagery to a landfall, as you can see here. So this is still an impending disaster for the area, but thankfully it is weakening, and hopefully quickly. Check out our new look cyclone tracker on the Force 13 website for the latest up-to-date information. You can also find us, of course, on our YouTube channel, search Force 13, and also on Facebook and Twitter, Force 13 at Force 13 on Twitter for the latest updates. You can also help the project become even better by becoming an ultimate fan on YouTube. To see the full list of Ultimate Fan benefits and to join, visit youtube.com/force13/join. With a special thanks to our top supporters this month. You can also check out our growing merch store so you can show Force 13's colours wherever you go. You can also find a link to our Discord server underneath this video in the description.